Hey friends, welcome to Post to Post. My name is Neil. Battle of Alberta. It's here. It's finally here after like 3 decades. We got it again in the playoffs. Can you even predict this series? Like seriously, honestly, it's not a typical series, okay? This isn't the Rangers versus Carolina. This isn't the Panthers versus Tampa. You could even argue that that's not predictable. But this, Battle of Alberta, Edmonton versus Calgary, you want me to predict this and give a logical answer to the question who's going to win this series? Can't. I can't. It's not possible because it doesn't matter how good Calgary is. It doesn't matter how good Edmonton is. It doesn't matter what year it is. It could be 2011. Who knows where the teams landed? I don't remember. It doesn't matter. It's Battle of Alberta, okay? The team that's lower, whether it's stats, whether it's opinion, rises up. That's just how it works for some of these rivalries. The Battle of Alberta is an elite rivalry in the NHL. If you are new to hockey, watch this series. If you are a longtime hockey fan, watch this series. If you have no emotional investment in this series of these teams, watch this series. Watch every game in this series. It is going to be some of the best hockey that you have seen. I shouldn't say that. It has the potential of being some of the best hockey that you've seen in decades. That's how important this series is. That's how fun this series is going to be. I'm taking this a little bit seriously. I'm speaking up. I'm almost yelling. But I'm excited, okay? I promise you, comes from a really good place. I am so unbelievably excited for this series. I can't wait to watch every second of this game, of this series rather, in every game. And as far as predictions, here's what I'll say. You could say that Edmonton would win in 4 games and sweep Calgary and be like, yeah, that could happen. You could say that Calgary would sweep Edmonton in 4 games and be like, yeah, that could happen. But I think the most logical prediction is that this series goes to 7. It goes to overtime in Game 7. Next goal wins, best team wins. I think that's the most logical decision. That's what everyone wants, is a Game 7 between Edmonton and Calgary going to overtime. Are you kidding me? Of all the predictions I can make, I feel like that's the most logical because it just feels right. It just feels right. This would be, like, I wouldn't be surprised if a team got swept, but it would just feel, I would feel unsatisfied, I guess. I want the series to go long. I want it to be physical. I want there to be fights, high-scoring action. We've got some of the best players in the NHL on both of these teams. We've got McDavid back in the second round after so long. We've got Calgary trying to get deep into the playoffs after having really good teams for a lot of years and just not being able to do it. Mike Smith playing his old team. Milan Lucic playing his old team. There's rivalries, there's hatred, there's history, there's all kinds of things thrown at each other from each team. This is it. Like, I'm feeling like I'm living in a dreamland almost. Like, it feels meant to be. It's just so rare that we get a matchup of this magnitude. Like, rivalries are great. We get them every year. But when do we get this? We don't get this. We're stuck watching Boston, Carolina. That was a great series. I'm not trying to bag on Carolina or Boston. It was a really good series, some of the best hockey that I've watched this year. But we've seen that matchup, 3 times in the last 5 years or something like that? Man, I'm just excited. Like, I know I should be talking about some specific players on Calgary and some specific players on Edmonton here, trying to give my opinion. But I'm just so excited for the series in general. I don't know if it matters talking about individual players. Who needs to be better? Who needs to score more or have more chances or pass more or whatever. I don't know if any of that logic and any of the thought process going into any of those players matters. I just don't. It's not about individual players. It's about a team. It's about this rivalry. It elevates to another level. It's not predictable. It's an enigma. Even Toronto Montreal, like, it's the same situation. You can't predict it. Look at last year. Okay? Toronto was supposed to win that series. They were up 3-1. They should have won the series. What happened? Something that shouldn't have happened. Something that no one expected. Why? Because it's unpredictable. The rivalry there's just something about these big rivalries that just changes the dynamic of the series. And that's all I can really say about this, is that I don't know if I can predict who's going to be the winner. I want Calgary to win. That's going to be my want. I'm going to even predict Calgary to win. But I'd be fine if Edmonton won. I would love to see Connor McDavid go to the conference finals. Are you kidding me? I get to watch more Connor McDavid if Edmonton wins. That's a victory for me. Sign me up. If he goes to the Stanley Cup final, that's even better. So I'm happy if Edmonton wins. I'm happy if Calgary wins. I get to see more Johnny Gaudreau and the amazing postseason that he's having so far in this season. his career revitalized, sign me up for that too. I don't care who wins. This is going to be an awesome series. Would love to know your thoughts down below. If you can think about this more logically than I can, and you're not, like, I've got so much emotion in this, I'm not like super invested in any of the teams. I'm invested in the series. But if you can take a step back better than I can and logically look at this series and break it down, would love to hear from you in the comment section. Who's going to win this series and why and in how many games? Who do you got? Who you putting money on in this series? I ain't putting a dime on this series, ladies and gents. Not a single dime. This is going to be a sit back, watch, and enjoy series from me, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Leave your comments down below. We'd love to hear from you. Give me your thoughts. Give me your predictions. Talk to you tomorrow. Adios.